And I'm live. I gotta put this joint on. I done messed it up already. Wait, where is that? Dang it. What the hell? No, not that. Nah, I lost it. Banners, brand, private recording, comments, banners. Nope, it's gone. It don't really matter. That's all right. I gotta share around anyway. Anyway, hey, welcome everybody. Please make sure you share this around. This is a Sunday fun day. About to get some voicing practice in. And I actually got somebody who was hitting me up, was like, hey, I'm ready to work. So we about to get into it today. We got to share it around, though. Got to share it. Make sure everybody can see it. I don't know what happened to my music. Dang. Y'all annoying. I don't know what happened to that joint. That joint gone. All right. Let's go ahead and do it like this. Public. That's a bet. Okay, let's share this. Public, right? But then group. Okay, this is it. All right, so 1, 2, it's ain't dope. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Goodness gracious, what did I say? There you go. 9, 10. Now we cooking with hot grease. Yeah. We all good. I think so. Now I gotta check it just to make sure. All right, it looks like it's in there. Bet. That's a bet. All right, we in there. Look like we all good. Welcome. Anybody know Carolina Kitchen? Anybody know that restaurant, Carolina Kitchen? Welcome. I used to go there all the time. Carolina Kitchen be having banging food, soul food. That joint be good. Got me thinking about it. There used to be some Carolina's Kitchens around here in the DMV. I think there's like one now. There's only like one Carolina Kitchen. That joint used to be banging. And my family, when we went, we used to love going to Carolina Kitchen to get red velvet cake. The red velvet cake, ooh, that joint was good. It was so good. That red velvet. That's all right there. All right, I think we all done here. Let's make sure you can hear me. Can you hear? All right, you can hear. We are good. Hopefully I see all the captions. But in any case, all right. So basically, like the title says, Sunday fun day. Come on. I know y'all at home. I know y'all chilling. Y'all doing y'all thing. Why not come on in, get a little bit of practice, get a little bit of experience, especially for my educational interpreters. Y'all know school about to be closed for like a month. What you going to be doing for that month? You might as well come on in here, start getting that work in. Don't let your skills go down just because school not in. Make sure y'all staying abreast on your skills. And just speaking of that, actually today when I was chilling, I got hit up by somebody was like, yo, bro, I'm ready to practice. I'm ready to work. And I'm over here thinking like, dang, he right. Why am I proud? Why am I not working? My man Daryl hit me up. I mean, welcome Daryl on here to the flow. My man Daryl in the building. Hey,
Hey,
yo, what's good, brother man?
what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I appreciate you for having this. Shit. You inspired me, honestly. You inspired me, honestly. So I appreciate you for doing that because I just might have just sat down all day today. But you got me up. You got me thinking. So I appreciate it. I was thinking like, why am I gonna watch somebody else and they Pro Bowl do what they got to do
Right,
when I'm not pro in my own thing?
right.
I guess it's time to go ahead and get to work, man. What you doing today?
Nothing much, man. Just chilling, cooking some soup right now. I got some soup on the stove, some taco soup.
Some taco soup.
Yes, sir, man. It's my specialty. So,
Taco soup
yeah,
specialty. What's
yeah,
in that? How you make taco
yeah.
soup?
I can't give away the
I
secret.
mean, well, don't tell me how
Yeah,
you make it.
yeah.
But what is taco soup? Is it like a taco? But what's I
So it's a soup basically with just the taco seasonings,
see.
beans, some beans, a lot of beans and corn. You put a meat in there, ground turkey or ground beef, and it's good, man. It's real good.
I mean, it sound good. It sound good. Do you put it in a shell when you eat it, or you just eat it like soup?
You eat it with like tortilla chips, corn chips, Fritos, something like that.
That's a bet. All right. Well, I'm
It's
not
good.
making taco soup. I've actually never made soup. I've
Okay.
heated up soup. I've never made no soup, nothing like that. I will say this though. I have made pho. Or
Okay.
pho. That now that be banging. I love me some pho.
That's next level, bro. Fuzz, different. Yes, it's a soup, but it's on another level.
Yeah, it'd be good though. It'd be good. Or some ramen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ramen. All right, I'm over here talking about too much food. I was talking about Carolina Kitchen earlier. We on here because we about to do some voicing practice. About to do some voicing, and I got this video that we gonna take a peek into it. But the video is titled "Deaf Fatherhood Experience." Let me share it with you for a second, just for a quick moment, show you what we're talking about.
Okay.
All right, cool. Where is that? There you go. That's better. No, that's a little too. Hold on. Cancel. There we go. It don't matter. Boom. Boom. There we go. All right, now we good. Save. All right, bet. So we on to this. And right here, you got a lady on, she has her own show. I really don't know how to pronounce her name. Unfortunately, it's Deanna. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's a deaf woman, Deanna Swope. She has a show or podcast she's been hosting since 3 years ago. Looks like that's her first joint, 3 years. So that's all right there. But one that caught my eye was talking about deaf fatherhood experience. I think this joint might be pretty dope. So I think we should voice that.
All right.
And we ain't gonna hop straight into it. I'm just making sure I load it up.
Okay.
All right. So we got that joint though. No, do not start it just yet. All right, so let's get into it. Before we kick it off, I always like to do some type of warm up just to get the juices flowing.
Okay.
So let's see. There's this another lady who does ASL, Rosa Lee. Do you know her?
Yeah, I know the name.
Yes. The Rosalie Show. She has a lot of different stories on YouTube and all that. And I think her signing with her, a couple of her stories would be good to just start trying to get our eyes gauged to see some ASL. Rosalie, I'm trying to see what story does she have. What story can I do of hers? Oh, all right, bet. Where the stories at? Here we go. That's a 10-minute story. That's a little too long. A little too long, but I'm heading there. Liberty Road, the dummy. That's 5 minutes. We can do a good 5 minute story. All right, so that one cool. That's 5 minutes. And we got another one that's 5 minutes. Sure, I'll use that. That's 6 minutes. Close enough. All right, then. That's a bet. So, what I'm going to do to you is I'm going to throw you off. I'm going to throw you off. I want you to voice this lady.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just throw out a whole bunch of different stuff. I kind of want you to change who you're voicing to just get into the warm up and get into the mindset of starting to voice. All right, so let me go put this on. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna show it to you for a minute. I'll show you like the first like minute, 45 seconds, whatever that is, and then as you're voicing, you just voice normally. It's a story, so we can talk about who the audience is and all that. But you voice normally how you voice, and then I'm gonna say, all right, now you're talking to a business owner. Even if in the video she is very over expressive and very like that, it don't matter. Still, just force yourself to go up in that register.
Okay.
And then if I say, all right, now you're talking to your homeboy, and go ahead, do a little bit of that code switching. Just go ahead, just play with that as much as you can. We'll laugh at it. Then it'll be my turn, and then we'll keep it moving.
Okay.
All
Do you
right?
want me to throw you some different
Yes,
groups?
sir. Yes,
Different
sir.
audiences? Okay.
Now we're not going to. You'll do this whole 5 minute joint. I've seen this story before, so I'm not going to do this one. But there's another one I've never seen before. I'll click on his. It's 6 minutes. So we'll do that. Unless something totally goes wrong, the point is not to stop the video.
Okay.
This is your time. I'm just going to keep it going. If you mess up, just laugh it off. Keep it going. We'll talk about it afterwards. All right. Any questions?
Nah.
No, sir. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I can't hide myself, but I'm going to make this a little bigger. Oh, you can both of us here. All right, that.
Do I just need to? Do I get to look at it first, or?
Yes. You better watch it. You better watch it. I'm not about to have you watch the very beginning. I'm gonna put it in the random middle, so you don't know what's going on. But just see what she talks. See her signing. There we go. All right. All right. So you don't really know what is going on, but you see her signing. You see what's up. So what you think about before you start interpreting?
Uh, well, seeing that, like, I automatically think like Halloween, scary story. So I'm kind of going there with it. What I'm feeling right now.
I feel you. I feel you. I would too. Look like it.
Um, I might need a longer lag time here. Looks like she does a lot of visual, little VV in there.
Okay, little VV. All right, I respect it. Okay, a little bit more lag time. So here you don't exactly have a goal just yet. So I'm not going to ask all that just yet. Just trying to get into it for our practice.
Okay.
Um, so I just want you to be normal, and I'm going to let me think about a couple different categories though. What's on there? Oh boy, elementary kid. Uh, Shoot, what's another way? Where you from?
Mississippi, South.
South. All right. Bet. Okay. We'll see how it goes. All right, here we go. Part of this is having fun with it, so we good.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
You got it, bro. Hey, I'm gonna clap you in. You got it, bro. You
Yeah.
got it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. You voice, and then I'll start interjecting.
So there was a little girl. She didn't have a lot of money, a lot of resources. One day she was at home and she saw a man outside the window. Um, his eyes looked real, and I noticed a woman with long hair and curly eyelashes. My clothes are old. This is not appropriate for an interview. I don't have any money, so I'll just go into the store and explain everything.
College professor. College professor.
So you work here? Okay, fine. You work here. I'll be here until 9 tonight, and I'll watch over you. And at the end of your shift, I'll give you $100. $100?
Okay, hold on. Let's pause it. Let's pause it. I'm gonna go back a little bit. I'm gonna go back.
Yeah.
Find part of the rules. I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
College professor. You were still telling me a story.
Mhm.
All right. I want you to just very like it's. I don't even really think it's your word choice. It is your word choice that could go up, but I don't think that's the exact problem. I think it's your tone. You
Okay.
still sound like you were telling me the same kind of story from the same person. I want you to kind of sound like you're giving a lecture. I'm gonna go back a little bit just to give you a little bit of context.
Okay.
I know you want that finger spelling, so I got you. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
College professor.
Yep.
But the eyes look real. I noticed a woman outside with long hair and long eyelashes. And, she was holding a sign, help wanted, come over here. Uh, she had on old clothes. She was a little timid about going in for an interview. But she went in and explained, I know I don't have proper clothes on, but I'm willing to work. I'll clean, do whatever I have to do to work.
Use Mississippi slang. Use Mississippi slang.
Oh, you want to work here? All right. You can work here, I guess. But understand, you're going to be here all day, working all day. And at the end of your shift, I'll give you $100.
But
100 bucks? Oh, I could buy so much food with that. I love you so much. I'm ready to start. Thank you so much.
all right, sound like Medea. Sound like Medea.
Come on over here, follow me. Oh, ooh, you excited, huh?
There you go.
And I noticed a man outside. You wanna? I'm gonna go over and design the mannequin and see if you like it. Thank you, thank you.
Okay, normal, normal.
So I started dressing up the mannequin and putting some makeup on the mannequin, and I noticed it looked a little funny. Hmm,
Scary story. Scary story.
hmm, those eyes look real. Huh? You're looking at me, mannequin? Huh? You're looking at me so I continue painting. Stop looking at me, mannequin. Stop. And I see my boss over off to the side looking at me, observing.
Sound like you angry. Angry.
Hmm. So I just finished putting makeup on the mannequin.
Angrier.
Am I done working now?
Angrier.
You don't have enough time. I have some more work for you. Come on over here. I was
More.
really looking forward to this job, but as I'm following my boss, I noticed a black box and a white dress that was really shiny. Oh, that's a beautiful dress. I've never seen that before.
Sound like you about to cry.
You like this dress? Yes. This is the best dress. Look at this dress. I don't have a lot of money, and that dress is beautiful. I can't afford it. It's your dress now. My dress? $100 plus the dress? Oh my goodness, my dream come true. Stop all the yelling and excitement. Oof. Oh, I love this dress. It's beautiful.
Normal, normal.
Then the ground started shaking. There was a storm, the wind. Stop. What are you doing? What are you doing? I notice I can't move my feet. I can't move. I'm stuck in the ground. What are you doing? What's wrong? No
Sound
wonder
like Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart.
you you're now dummy. Ha 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 ha. You're a dummy. Ha. Those man's eyes were real. No, no. Stop it. Stop it. My, I became the mummy. I don't know. Like this stuff, man. That work.
Hey, bro, you did that. Hey,
Indeed. Mm,
I threw you off with those people. Go
yeah.
ahead. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Uh, so I was already struggling a little bit with the content, just following the story. But then when you threw in, a different audience, that really threw me off. It was like I was on the track, and then next thing you know, you throw a curveball in there, and then it's just like, okay, now I got to switch it up. Now I've lost it, So uh, it's a good practice, though. Just throwing in those different audiences. So
Random
it's
ones
tough.
too.
Yeah, it was tough.
He was a,
I'm
I
like,
like your Medea. He was over there. He was like, did I get that dress?
yikes, yikes, yikes.
As, I'm telling you, I get it. It's uncomfortable, especially some of those things. I was like, you be in there for quite a while, For Kevin Hart, I was looking for you to scream. He got one iconic like, "Ah!"
Yeah.
Like I don't know how to explain it, but he has a iconic. Basically, I wanted you to be screaming. That's what I was imagining, something like that. But all right, you got that one in. It's just a warm up, just to get you in there. It's just a warm up. We got plenty of time.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
As much as I want to just skip over me, I guess I got to.
Yeah, go on, get in there.
Don't get in there. I respect it, brother. So I've seen this guy, but I've never watched like his stuff and nothing like that. I just seen. I know he does a lot of different stories. So, um,
Okay.
Let me go ahead and just click it a random one. Watch for a little bit.
Hey, can you give me 1 second?
Go
One
ahead,
second.
do your thing, do your thing. Just in case. Just in case. Don't want nothing to happen. Oops. I lost everything now. There you go. You say 3 times? I don't know what you're talking about. All right, I'm gonna stop here. I feel like I'm cheating. All right, we in there. I don't know what this man talking about.
ASL accident.
Hey, that's all I know. ASL accident. Look like something. I don't know. All right, then I guess. um, think of a couple different scenarios and people. I'm cold in here. It's cold. Do it get cold in Mississippi?
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
All right.
Um, the timing is just weird. Like we'll have a hot Thanksgiving or a hot Christmas. It'll be 75 degrees Christmas Day, and then the next day after is freezing cold.
A warm Christmas, it sound cool, but for me, it take me out the spirit. Like I don't feel like it's Christmas when it be hot like that.
Right.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
good?
Mhm.
All right, let's do it. Deaf man's ASL accident. Here we go. I want to tell you a story. Oh my gosh. It was in the springtime, but it was raining. And we had a film crew that was filming a movie, but it was raining too much, couldn't get a lot of film. One day was perfect. We decided to start filming a lot on that day. As we were filming, a couple of us decided to go out for lunch. It was a beautiful day outside, so we wanted to go out for lunch. And I was telling them about this book that I had read. Oh, I love this book. And we were just talking so much about it. We were talking about the book and we were talking how we could sign the book into ASL.
Third graders.
So I'm doing my signing. Now, I want to tell you, I can't exactly remember what the word was, but when I signed so hard, I hit my pinky. Oh, fell onto the ground in pain, screaming out loud. And people were saying, that's not in the story. That's not in the story. I'm sitting there like, no, for real. My pinky
College professor.
is inflamed. And I look at it, my pinky is adjacent to my hand. Completely shell shocked. I look up to my friends and they also are just as stunned seeing my pinky underlined to where it's supposed to be. Immediately, we bolted to see the paramedics. And as I was running, I felt the pain from my pinky surge up my arm, because of I felt the pain of my pinky surge up my arm, and I decided to go to the hospital.
Craig off of Friday.
Pray for Friday, Lord.
Samuel Jackson.
Uh, Sammy, wait, that's two different people.
Either or, I don't know.
All right, cool, whatever. Samuel Jackson be cursing a lot. All right, here we go. We cool. Let's do it then. Um, I can't believe it. Like at the same time, the hospital, I had to go to the damn hospital. And I was telling them, like, hold on, motherfucker, hold on. Two dudes came up to me talking they shit, just talking and talking. And I'm looking there, I'm walking like I'm cool. I'm cool. And they just talking to me. So I look at them like, what's up?
Medea.
And I show them my damn pinky and they trip out. They thought I was doing some kind of magic trick. Like, ain't no magic trick. Actually, this really happened to me. And everybody was looking at me, following me because of my pinky. I go into
Grandfather.
the kitchen.
Grandfather. Grandfather.
So I go into the kitchen and I look at that pinky and I just start laughing. I just started laughing. Everybody, looking at me because my pinky all messed up. And they all laughing at my hand. I'm just laughing and laughing. So then everybody else, they started laughing too. They thought I was crazy because I was looking at my hand. It was hilarious. It was, and I didn't know what, but we really did have to go to the hospital because my pinky was messed up. So when we got to the hospital, I was in a good mood.
Back to yourself.
And I got into the doctor's office. I gave them my ID and everything. So they're registering me so I can have my appointment. And they asked what I'm here for. I show my pinky and they're like, oh, I know exactly what you're here for. Okay. So they registered me in my appointment. And there was a guy, there was a young boy inside the elevator. And right as the door was closing, I showed him my hand. And the young boy was like, oh my gosh, as the door was closing.
A doctor.
Then I seen an interpreter. This was the third time that we reserved this interpreter. And when I showed them my hand, they were in a panic too. They were like, oh my, they said they were unaware of what happened. And I told them that it was because of a ASL accident. Here's why I said this happened. They looked at me, an accident. They thought it was impossible. They thought no one could sign so hard where your pinky just comes out of your hand. I said, I know.
Back to yourself.
And as the doctor came to me, we needed to numb my pinky so we can pop it back into place. Now, at first, this was the first time the doctor was doing this procedure. They've only observed up to this point. So a little hesitancy, I decided to allow them to go ahead and do it. So they're going ahead and they're numbing my pinky. And at first, when they were about to inject the numbing agent into my pinky, I grabbed a towel because I knew it was going to hurt. And they stuck my pinky. Woo! It hurt.
A grandmother.
I needed it. And I got my gloves and grabbed the pinky. They grabbed my pinky as I was gnawing on that towel. They pulled it out. I felt all the pus and everything inside my pinky pop right into place. I felt good. So then it seems like I was able to move my whole hand except my pinky. I was just signing with one hand, but when my pinky was back into place, and it felt so good. And I said, Lord, it's time for me to go back to work. Oh, I'm reminiscing on my pinky. Look at this. Look at what God left me. It's a mark. That's it.
Hey, that was good, man. You handled that really well. Really well. Talk to me.
Oh my gosh. All right. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. You say grandfather. No, no. First one was Craig from Friday. I can only think about Chris Tucker. I can only hear his voice.
Okay. Okay.
But then Day Day, right? I could do Day Day. And then Debo. But Craig, like Ice Cube, I couldn't, for some reason, it wasn't clicking what to do for him.
Uh, I got them mixed up. I thought I wanted you to do Chris Tucker.
Oh,
I got them mixed
oh.
up. Yeah.
I'm saying Chris Tucker. What was his name? Ah, dang. People, y'all don't take my black card. What was his name? Craig. It ain't Craig and Day Day.
It is. That's the two of them. That's Ice Cube and
Nah,
Chris.
Day Day is Mike Epps. Look, we shouldn't be talking about this on camera
It's
because
been a while.
they gonna take our card. They gonna take our card.
It's been a while, man.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, Samuel Jackson. I was like, I'm not about to keep saying motherfucker. I wasn't gonna keep just saying it, but that's his thing. That's his thing for sure.
Right.
But nah, that was cool though. That was cool. I enjoyed that for sure. It definitely got me. I was laughing on some of them. The grandmother, I was thinking about my grandmother, and she's always just yeah! That's her. That's her. So that's what I was thinking of.
Okay.
All right, so we got that. We all good with that. So let's actually go back to appreciate that, Abdul Fatah. Welcome, Abdul. Someone said they was funny. Can't see the comments on the joint, but he said it was funny. I loved it. I appreciate that. Thank you. Come on in if you want to come on in. Come get this work. Now, where is. Here we go. All right. That fatherhood experience. Cool. All right. So before I show it, now we back in the business. We get in the business now. So it's always important that we start off with figuring out what this is going to look like and what our goals are. So we are interpreting this is all it's called is deaf fatherhood experience. I know it is by a person who has her own show. This was in 2021, so that's important. Maybe around COVID time, they'll talk about stuff like that. So that's important to know.
Okay.
Let me actually share the screen again. Okay. This says that the presence and quality of fatherhood influences a child from birth and can have long-lasting outcome on the whole life of a child, from the atmosphere around the house and the interaction with the child during play to daily responsiveness and attentiveness. A father's role is crucial in a child's development. Okay. So that is what I'm assuming they're definitely going to be talking about. I'm trying to figure out how would they sign fatherhood. I think they'll definitely say father. I don't know if they'll say hood. At school, I've learned where there was a presentation. I want to say Marvin Miller. If it's not Marvin Miller and whoever's watching know what I'm talking about, my bad. But I want to say it's Marvin Miller who has a presentation where they sign deafhood, like deaf instinct, and that's deafhood.
Okay.
I don't know if the hood is kind of universal where they would sign hood. But that's one way that I know kind of deafness would be signed. No, kind of that would be signed. That's kind of all we got, man. That's all we got. Anything else to consider about what we're talking about? I do know, just looking at it, there are three guys. So it's 4 people total.
Okay.
4 people total. and let's assign people before we even see how they sign. Let's assign people. Let's do it randomly.
Okay.
Where is this at? Can I? You cannot see it. Back. All right, you want to be heads or tails? We were just gonna just do this real quick, just to see.
Heads.
Heads. All right, cool. Stop sharing. Present. All right, so you said heads. All right, so for the first guy, let's do it in this order. So there's 5 people, so somebody might have 2. I don't know. The host may not talk too much, so she may not be too bad to have. But so it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go like that. You said heads, so let's do it. Number 1 is going to you. So you got this guy, Mr. Marcus Tuggles.
Okay.
Number 2, going to you again. So you got Thomas. You got all of them. You might want to do this yourself. Number 3. All right, I'll just take the last 2 just off the strength. Just off the strength. But you got Marcus, Thomas, and Diana, and I'll take Ben and I don't know what his name is. It's blocking by the words. So you take them. We got assigned people now, so we know. Oh, somebody, Mr. Abdul Fatah said, I like the first one. Father and spell hood. Yes, I've seen that too. And I can assume that they'll use that sign. Fatherhood. I don't know. We'll see. So we have this. We got assigned people. Now I want to ask you, do you team often online?
Me?
Hmm.
I don't team often. Period. It's just kind of how the cards have fallen.
All right, respect. So let's practice on that. Let's practice on. Let's do one for. What would you like to focus on? Register.
I want to focus more on my speaking, making sure I'm, making complete sentences. Uh, yeah, I don't want to have to like pause mid sentence and go back and start over. Just want to have a nice, fluid interpretation.
Okay.
Without,
Completed sentences. Awesome. And the second one, let's focus on. I'll do the same one with you, so we'll both do this.
okay.
Completed sentences, and then let's focus on teaming. Let's
Okay.
focus on like how do you do, especially virtually.
Mhm.
Do you know any virtual teaming strategies that you have used before or do know of?
Um, I mean, we're kind of right next to each other, so hmm, maybe just like a cue. I mean, I'll be able to look at you if I get lost. Maybe as far as like feeding or what.
Yeah, so that is a thing with feeding. It's a little hard to feed because my feed would be loud where everybody's going to hear it.
Hmm.
So, do we want to do that where if you need help, you want me to finish the sentence, or just come in? Um, that's a way to do it.
Okay.
Another way that people do use it is like using the chat and stuff like that. It's hard. It is hard, but that is what a lot of people try to do.
Hmm.
It's hard to catch that.
Okay.
But it's definitely something to do.
You can just hop in.
Hop in. You want to just try that? All right, let's try it. Open process. We
Spec-
have somebody who asks you, "Is the guest a sign language interpreter?" You. Are you a sign language interpreter? That's what someone's
Yes.
asking
Yes.
me.
Yes, I am. Yes.
Yes. My man Daryl's a sign language guru. Now, he a sign language interpreter. Sign
Yeah,
language
you
interpreter.
gotta add all of that.
So humble. Yeah, for sure. But Mr. Abdul Fattah, Mr. Abdul Fattah is a Nigerian sign language interpreter that I met. Yeah.
Okay.
Nigeria. So definitely, if he's available and want to come in, that'll be cool. That'll be cool.
Okay.
All right then. So we got that. We got that, and we aren't going to do where we aren't going to do a time. We're just going to kind of let our people just talk and then switch like that. I do want to say, if you are struggling, you want me to come in. All right, cool. We'll have to see how that goes. Sometimes I think my experience only coming in works when we know, like when I know, okay, here's that point where you need help. I know and interject. So I have to fill it out, but like I'm not really sure where. But I know we got complete synthesis, so I'm gonna make sure I'm looking out for that while you are working. You look out for the same. And I think let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, you got Marcus, Deanna, and the other guy, Thomas.
Okay. What's the name of the podcast? It's like a podcast.
Be bold, be brave.
Be
That's what it's
bold.
called.
Be brave.
Be bold, be brave. Oh, even I'm glad you said that. Oh, you can't see it. My bad. Can't see it. I'm glad you said that. It's called Be Bold, Be Brave. But look at her picture. I think that's how she may sign it. Something like that. So if you see something like that, that's what it is.
Maybe it's like the.
I don't know. I don't know. But we got something. So if you see that, you know what to say. All right, here we go. Let's get into it. We got a little bit of a countdown, and then we'll go ahead and get into it. Oops. All right, 10 seconds. If you really need me to stop, let me know. We'll talk about it. If you want me to go back.
All right. Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show. Today we'll be discussing fatherhood. I was thinking about the subject matter of fatherhood. So I wanted to welcome some guests. I want to welcome all the men out there who will be a part of my panel today. So I want to start by introducing Thomas. Please show yourself. Hello, my name is Thomas Swoop. I have 5 children. I have 3 boys and 2 girls, and also have a set of twins. I have a 27-year-old, 24-year-old. One of my kids, their birthdays today. Also have a 10-year-old. I have a white background. I'm wearing glasses and a shirt. Thanks for the introduction, Thomas. Thanks for your. Now I'll give my visual description. I'm a black woman with locks, with gold earrings, a pink shirt, and a pink background.
I want to pause it here only because I want to go back.
Okay.
You had everything right. Nothing was wrong with what your content was. But this is her show. Her
Okay.
audience wants to be, encapsulated.
Okay.
Want to make sure that you get that energy because she's hello, welcome. You got to be able to match that. So
Right.
I want you to get higher.
Okay.
You're in. I'm gonna go back. I want you to get higher,
Okay.
especially that very first opening. Got to be strong.
Right. Right. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to the show. Today we'll be discussing deaf fatherhood. And, I was thinking about all of the deaf fathers, and I wanted to invite all of them today to come share their stories about raising kids. So I have four fathers. The first one is Thomas. Thomas, would you please show yourself?
Like it.
Hello, everyone. My name is Thomas Swope. I have five children. I have three boys and two girls, and the girls are twins, and they are 14 years old. I have a 27-year-old, a 24-year-old. My son's birthday is today. Uh, he's turning 14, and I have a 10-year-old. I have a white background, glasses, and a white shirt. Thank you for your introduction, Thomas. Uh, Now I'll give my visual description. I'm a black woman with locks, gold earrings, with a pink shirt and a pink background. So now back to introducing the panel. Hello, everyone.
No, no, that's on me. That's on me. Hello, everyone. My name is Kevin Henderson. I am a white man with a black hat. I have a white background, which is my wall. Have a black hoodie. That's about all. Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we'll be bringing on Ben.
Hey, my name is Ben McGee. I am a black man, have a beard with a little bit of an afro. I'm wearing a white shirt, and I have a darkish white wall background. Also, are we okay? Also, I'm a father of three children. Two of them, my last two are twins. Right now, I have a 26-year-old. My son is 21 years old. Both the twins are 26.
Wonderful. Thank you for that, Ben. And lastly, we have Marcus. Go ahead and show yourself, if you will, Marcus.
Just because the video got a pause, I think it's good to take this pause now.
Okay.
Revisiting real quick, you do have full sentences. At the last part, I kind of messed up on one of the sentences. I tried to interpret that kind of little hesitant. They kind of like messed up a little bit. I tried to interpret that, and I did. I think just was a little crunchier than I wanted to. What about what you were thinking? What you were saying?
I think it was good for the most part. Mm, there was, I think it's fine. I think it's
I
fine.
think it's fine.
Starting off, yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. I will say, I really wish I knew how to say her name, Deanna, but I'm gonna say Deanna. Deanna got some sauce with her. I can already tell. One thing that did you see her say my bad?
When, when,
And that was throwing me off. It seems like no, not this. I'll show you. But just that's important for us to know because she is setting the tone for how she wants, her show and all that to go on. When Thomas introduced himself, he explained himself. I'll just show it actually. Because I don't really know what Thomas was saying neither. He said something about counting. I gotta get that too. Right here. She said, I gotta describe my bad. I'm a black woman with long white shit, right? She said in my bad. And
okay.
then look how she goes back to the panel.
Oh, you're not showing it.
Oh shoot. Let me go back. All right. So he do his glasses, he do whatever he gotta do. And then she says thank you. Look at her say my bad.
Yeah.
Right? A little bit of sauce with it. Then she going on, but look how she goes back to the panel. Look at how she signs it. See, now go back. Like all that is attitude, personality, flavor. So we
Okay.
don't got to go back, but just know. That's how much she giving, and that's your person for now. We should switch it up probably like 10, 15 minutes into the video. We should switch it up.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm gonna be looking out for that, especially for her. Be looking out for that. But so far, we just started, so good. Let's skip past Kevin, skip past Ben. Okay. All right, we going back to her. You ready?
Yep.
It's playing. There you go. Okay. There we go.
All right. We seems like we have some technical issues. But lastly, we have Marcus.
No, Marcus isn't able to come on just now. If we can get the rest of the panel to put on their screens.
So now we'll go ahead and start with some questions. So, is there anything that you all wish that you knew when you first had kids? 1 second. Pause.
I get you. I get you.
Uh,
Talk it out for the people. Talk
yeah,
it out what just happened for the people.
yeah. So as I started voicing the question, it popped up on the bottom. So I looked down. I was like, do I say the exact wording of the question, or you know, uh, yeah, like the phrasing of it, basically.
I would say definitely you want to read the question 100%. But because you were already talking, do you really go back and say that? I think you should only if you feel like your question doesn't mean the same thing as the actual question.
Okay.
If you feel like you're interpreted correctly, I don't think saying it again, it might just be just kind of muddying the waters for no reason.
Okay.
But now that we know that, you might want to take a little bit more time when she's asking her question, just so you can read it. Use that resource.
I will. My our pictures are at the bottom left. So when that question did pop up, I only saw like "done as a father" or
Uh,
something like that. Uh,
uh,
but
yeah,
you know, it's I gotta interpret it. So so I can see the signs.
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
All right. Is this better though?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I can do this one. You are right. This is blocking it. So I'll go over here. All right. You didn't see the question, so let's go ahead and go back just a little bit. Here we go.
As a father, are there things you wish you had done differently as a father? So Thomas, go ahead. So my two youngest kids, if I could go back and do it differently, honestly, I would wait to have kids first.
Let's
Secondly,
pause. Let's pause. Let's go back. I want you to reinterpret what he just said.
okay. Are there things you wish you had done differently as a father? Go ahead, Thomas. My first. So with my first two kids, with the twins, if I could do it over again, I would wait before I decided to have kids. Secondly, I would stay a little bit closer to my kids, not be so distant. Anyone have any other comments?
Don't interpret it. Don't interpret it. Let's just watch them.
Okay. Ah,
You got something?
yeah,
All right.
yeah,
We'll
yeah,
go back. We'll go back.
yeah. Gotcha. Is there anything that you wish you would have done differently as a father? Go ahead, Thomas. So my first two kids, I had them at a really young age. If I could do it all over again, I definitely would do things differently. I would wait until I was a little older to have kids. Secondly, I would try to make sure I stay close to my kids, have a more of a connection with them, not be so distant with them. Any other comments?
This is Kevin speaking. Yes, I have three kids. My youngest son, who is 11 years old right now, middle child is 17, just recently, last month, and my oldest daughter, who is 20. So now all my kids are crazy in love with technology. And looking back, if I wish I could change anything, I wish there would be some type of vaccine to block kids from becoming addicted to technology. That's my 2 cents.
Ben, did you want to add anything?
Well, yes. First of all, when I think for myself, huh, I wish I didn't rush to get married with my ex-wife, just because I just felt I wasn't ready, and that was one thing that caused the toxicity in the relationship, which ended up in a divorce. So that was one thing I wish I would have done it the right way. That's one thing. Oh, there's another dude.
Looks like we have Marcus who just joined. Our technology issues are resolved. Marcus, did you want to answer this question? What are things that you wish you had done differently as a father, looking back?
Your Marcus.
Hey, can you see me clearly? Marcus? There we go. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. My name is Marcus. I'm a single man with. It's freezing a little bit, but we're good. Can you start that one over? It was
Yeah, actually, I do. I'm gonna start it over, but it's not freezing on us. The video is freezing.
okay. Okay.
The video is freezing. But what do we do? In that moment, you was already talking. You just started introducing Marcus. You don't want Marcus to come in already messed up. How does an interpreter handle that?
During a live podcast. Do
Yeah.
you think this was live or recorded? You think it was
No,
live?
these are live. These
These
are
are
live.
live.
Mhm.
Hmm. I'm not sure. What would you? I don't think you would want to just stop him in the middle of his sentence. Maybe wait till after, shortly after, maybe get her attention, like, hey, or you know, let her know somehow, some way, or I'm not sure.
That is true. I think if it was totally like thrown off,
Hmm.
we can say something. However, I think you have to analyze where we are at. If you are noticing, you didn't because you thought it was just the internet connection to you. But let's say that we were the live interpreters on this assignment. If we're seeing that his video is freezing, I don't think we have to say anything. The reason why is because as soon as it started happening, Dayana started like, "Hey, you're freezing," so
Okay.
we can just keep interpreting and just be like, "Hey, Marcus, you're freezing up." Because people, people, we see that it's freezing. But then also, if this is, someone who can't see it for whatever reason, we can. Everybody knows it's freezing. I don't think we have to specifically say it. But if it is like just on the interpreter side, that's freezing up, then yeah, I mean we gotta say it. We gotta say it. So maybe you can try to kind of hold some info for a little bit, try to let it smoothen out. But if it ain't working, then yeah, you got to say it's freezing. I'm sorry, but
Okay.
I think in this case, you would want to check out Deanna because she was saying it's freezing, and then from there it could be easy for you to just interpret that. You don't even have to interject really.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm gonna go back a little bit to Marcus.
You're not sharing.
Damn.
Hello, everyone. My name is Marcus. Here's my name sign. I'm a single deaf father. I have a kid soon to be 7.
Okay, I respect it. I mean, I'm struggling a little bit too. So you ain't just alone for real. You ain't alone. But the very first thing that he said, I want you to reinterpret. That was a misinterpretation.
Okay.
Very first thing. It was choppy, but it's enough out there to understand what he said.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Marcus. I'm a single deaf man for 6 years now.
Yeah, I don't know what he's saying, bro. I gotta be honest. I don't know what he's customer,
I'm a customer, but the after the sign following.
right? Right.
Uh,
We got to talk about that. First off, I thought he said he's a single father of 6, soon to be 7.
okay.
But now hearing your interpretation, now I'm starting to be like, yeah, I don't know if he's saying that.
Play one more time. Play one more time.
Yeah. Say his name. Respect. Single father of 6 years, soon to be 7. So yeah, so you are right. Been a single father for the past 6 years, soon to be 7.
Clients.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know what he talking about. Hold on. Oh, maybe this. Yeah, I don't know. That one got me, bro. That one got me. This is why we got live. Everybody, the 3 people that's watching, if y'all know what Mr. Marcus Tuggles is saying, can y'all help us out? Give us some feedback because we just missing it. We know that he's a single father of 6, soon to be 7. No, sorry. No, a single father for 6 years, soon to be 7 years. I know that. Something about a client, daughter, uh, and then he's on so he's a board member. He's a board member of something. He's talking about something. I just don't know what. I know I'm not sharing. I got you. If we can't pass this and no one's saying nothing, we'll just keep it moving.
Hey, quick second. I gotta
Go
check.
ahead. Do your thing. I'm gonna figure this out. All right. What he saying? I don't know what he talking about. All right, Mr. Darren, what's good, my man? What's good? Yeah, I know he's a board member, but right here, look at this. His name is Marcus. He's a single father of 6 years, soon to be 7 years. I recently got customer daughter Miss Kid, what? And I joined a board member of Father University. It's some advocacy group. I know that. It's an advocacy group. Custody? Is that custody? He was saying custody. He reached, and that would make sense if it say custody. I didn't know this would be a sign for custody. Is this the sign you're talking about, Darren? I'll bring you back on 1 second. There you go. You back on. All right. So Darren is saying custody. A person from the chat. They
Okay.
saying that's the sign custody. I have never seen that. But you know what? I love it. Okay, so it would make sense. I got custody of my daughter. Yeah.
Okay. Custody. Okay.
I recently got custody of my daughter. Okay, makes sense. In this past June. Ah,
Yeah.
look at that, Darren. Darren says, "Yeah, I'm thinking he's saying he recently got custody of his daughter." Yes, exactly. If that's custody, definitely it makes sense now because I got June now. All right, good thing Marcus ain't my guy yet. I'm ready to go ahead when you are.
All right.
Good. Let me go back a little bit. Let you say it.
So I recently got custody of my daughter this past June. I've joined as a board member of Dads United. It's a support group. So you asked me what I wish I did differently as a father. So I wish that I would be a little bit more practical. I've realized that you can't really judge a broken person, a person who's been traumatized.
It's hard to fix a broken person who won't acknowledge it. And I tried to stay in that relationship, and it was so draining.
Mentally, emotionally. The advice that I would
So I'm gonna pause it here. I'm gonna pause it here. He is a bit of a struggle. It's interesting though. It's interesting. He like his signing style.
Mhm.
It's like it's English, but some of those signs. I want you to read his lips. And I was about to say that Darren, another person in the chat, he's encouraging you. He's like, read his lips.
It's
It's
on his
on
lip.
his lips.
Okay.
I like your word practical. Did you say that because you saw that's what he said, or did you read his lips? Because he said the word.
He said practical?
No, he didn't say practical.
Oh, no.
He didn't say practical. You was interpreting. He said the word he wanted. I'm trying to figure out, did you?
Oh, I did not see it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. You use some more research because he got a little bit. I'm gonna go back a little bit. Let's see. All right, yeah, I'll go back to the question.
Okay. Hmm. I would say that, hmm, I wish that I would be more wise.
Who there you go.
It's hard to be a father to I've realized that you can't really fix a person who's broken, a person who's been through some trauma, and they refuse to acknowledge that. It's hard to stay in a relationship. It's very draining, mentally, emotionally, and And that advice I would give to people who have kids, that our energy is very important. Help a brother out, man.
I got you. I got you. I want to hear what's on your. What do you want help with? How can I support you?
I'm trying to figure out like what exactly he's saying. Like I feel like I can understand him, but like if I miss it on the lips, the signs don't really. That's where I'm really struggling at.
In my just observation of him, he definitely has a unique signing style. There is it's English. What I'm assuming it looks English, yes, but it's something about it that's like you got to make sure you're paying attention because you'll miss something.
Hmm.
Um, so what I would say is I want you to think about. I know you don't have any children, but I want you to think about how would a father speak,
Okay.
and especially when it's talking about when he's talking about raising his kids and all that. Because I'm not going to give you the word, but you're saying advice for that sign that's glossed as advice.
Okay.
That's not advice.
Okay.
And I think you're getting advice because you're interpreting, which is right. But remember the context. What are we talking about? What is he responding to?
Okay. Got you. Okay.
I'll pause it there. We'll just keep it going. I'll go back and I'll team with you now. I'll team you through it. I'll just give you that. That first finger spelling,
You talking to me?
that
Okay.
first finger spelling, that's what he's saying. Did you see what I said?
Regards. Regard.
That's that first finger spelling. That's what he's saying.
Okay. This is good, man. It's a
Oh,
challenge. It's good. It's really good.
oh, yes, sir. Yeah. Oh, we can thank be bold, be heard. Thank them.
So I wish that I was more wise back then in regards to being a father to my daughters, because I realized that I can't fix a person who's broken,
Mm-hmm.
a person who's experienced trauma, and that specific person refuses to acknowledge that trauma, and it's hard to do in a relationship.
And for my daughter's sake,
It can be very draining, mentally and emotionally draining. And that advice,
and that influences our daughter and her mood, her vibe. That's influence. I'm gonna go back. Go ahead.
y'all know kids see and hear, feel everything. Our energy. Okay.
What you thinking?
About what? Uh,
Like, does it make sense? What he's saying? Did it make sense? Did you feel like you got a full concept? Also, Darren also put in effects. I said influence. He said effects. So that's another word
okay.
you could say for sure. Appreciate that, Darren. Um, yeah. So anybody, if y'all want to come up, just go ahead. Just say you want to come up. I'll send the link, and y'all can definitely get some work in with us too. Definitely want to put that out there. But do you have enough info to make it make sense? Like, just say what he's saying right now.
Okay.
Go ahead. What he's saying.
Uh, you gotta let me see it again.
Yes,
It's
sir. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
yeah. Yeah. Let me.
Don't interpret it. Just go ahead and say what he's saying.
You said don't interpret it.
Just go ahead and listen to him. All right, it's after the trauma. So what did you get?
There's one part like I get that our kids see and feel everything. Uh, they feel our energy. They feel it influences. You have to go back. I just keep forgetting like what exactly he's saying. Mm, it's mentally and emotionally drained, and that affects our kids because we all know kids see, hear, feel everything. They feel that, they see that our energy, our vibes, and that can really have an impact on them. I wish I would have left sooner than later. In all honesty, I can't fix a person who refuses to own it and blame you for everything. You have to be open minded, and you have to try to meet that person halfway. A person who's trying to help you, you got to try to meet them in the middle. Uh,
I'm gonna give it up for you, bro. Hey, I'm gonna give it
Thank
up. The
you.
reason why is because you would interpret him correctly, and I think you might have lost him. This is my assumption. Let me know if I'm right. From listening to you, sound like you wasn't exactly sure what he said, but you was like, I mean, generally, this is what would be said. Like it kind of just felt natural because what you said was exactly what he said, just in a different way. You broke form. Congratulations, you broke the hell out of that form. You completely reversed it. But that was good though. That was good.
I appreciate it. One second, I will say the logo, the ASL Lab logo. I
Oh,
can't see top right, but I mean it's kind of it's fine because they're not really talking.
I'm over here messing it up for
No,
my
you
man.
good. You good because she's now on the front screen, Deanna.
But you are right though. They are talking up there, so I'm gonna go ahead and move it. They talking a little bit. It's cool. I'll bring it back later if I can remember how to take it off. Uh, yeah, here we go. Okay, there we go. I don't know why my comments aren't posting on here. I want to put my comments up. It's all right though. All right, you ready? Miss Deanna about to talk again.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. It's important for you all to be strong co-parents, still maintain their relationship, and not have those negative impacts on the children. That was really good advice because we see that perspective. Mm,
And how it can impact their journey in the future.
we don't want our kids to grow up traumatized and have mental and emotional damage. So good, thank you for that. Next, do you think today's fathers have things harder or easier than you had them? I'll take that again, Deanna.
Okay, Marcus, go ahead. I'll take this one. I'll take this one. Yes, sir. Honestly, listening to my father, in the past. He was married to his wife for 47 years. They had they grew up together. They were childhood sweethearts, and they had 3 children. I would say that I believe that today's fathers have it harder because back in the day, you had fathers who were involved in the household. And I would say from the 30s, 40s, 50s, and on up until about the 80s and 90s, even. Because from there, a lot of fathers had died. Oh, yeah, I'm missing it. I need to go back. I need to go back. I think I missed something in the beginning, too. I don't know what this man talking about. Like before that, he had did like this. I wanted to say like they adopted me, but then I was like, nah, I don't know if they adopted me. Did you see that
I
sign?
did see it. I forget what he signed after. It made my eyebrow raise a little bit because of what he signed after. I think he do.
That's what I said. Grew up together,
Mhm. Yeah,
and
I
then he
think then
said
you said
childhood,
sweethearts. Yeah, and you
so
called
it makes sense. But I don't know. It looked like that, so I don't know. I'm gonna watch it again. Actually, all right, okay. Huh. Honestly, listening to my father, he would say back in the day, my parents were married. They were married for about 47 years. Yeah, they grew up together. They were, you could say, childhood sweethearts. Then they got married. They got married after their third child together. And I would say, I believe that today's fathers have it harder because back then, there were more fathers involved in the household. And I would say from the 30s, 40s, 50s on up until the 80s, maybe 90s, because a lot of the deadbeat dads started to really grow. Dang it. The deadbeat dad do what? What they do? Yeah, refund. What? ah, dang it. I had it. I do you know it? No, you missed it. I can't hear you. You're on
yeah.
mute.
I wanted to throw it to you, but I missed it as well. So
Uh,
yeah,
I'm surprised I called deadbeat, honestly. I was about to say the other father died. That's too much lag time. That's what it means. I gotta back up. I ain't have enough lag time right there.
okay.
But yeah, I don't know what he talking about. Hold on, let's see. Maybe I got can't interpret it.
Reframed. Did that reframed?
The good fathers? I don't, I don't know what he said. Started going up, and that I think it is, and that reframing of good fathers. Maybe it is reframing because he's doing this, and maybe that's his sign feedback. If you reframe, I don't know. I'm trying. I'm trying. Mr. Darren coming in clutch. Mr. Darren said,
Reflect.
reflect. Guys, it's reflect. Too easy. Too easy is what he's saying. Let's see if it really reflects. I see a D in there. Maybe reflected. I don't know. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I think you're right.
Ricky is too.
I think he right. I don't know how he right, but hey, he right. Good job, Darren. If I can make a sentence out of that. All right, let's do it. A lot of deadbeats dads started to increase, so that reflected on the good fathers. And then also, when you have family court involved, most courts assume that the fathers will be guilty when they're in the courtroom. And that's not right. It's not fair to judge based on a person's own experience because of a father who won't do anything for their kids. Instead of all of us instead of us always assuming that the mothers or the caretakers, I'm sorry, being the primary, so it makes fathers have to fight a hard stigma. And I've been fighting that for the past 6 years. It's hard, but I'm not giving up. All right, was that stigma?
I think it was systems.
Do you think it was systems?
Hmm. About fighting the system, like family court, being involved in that.
Uh-huh. So I believe that fathers, the good fathers, had to fight that.
Ah, it wasn't system. I didn't see
It
no
might be
stigma.
stigma,
It
but
might be stigma.
good father had to fight that. Yeah, it's stigma based on my own experience. It's a tough 6-year journey, but I'm not giving up. All right, we're going back to you. Oh,
All
going
right,
back.
Ben Thomas.
Okay. All right. Well, first, for me, I don't think I'm really able to compare the two different times back then versus to now because I didn't live during that time back then. But I know back in the day, back then, we had a lot of good fathers because the fathers stayed in relationships and children seemed to look up to their dad. You know, many in the black family I've seen, I would say, I do believe, yeah, maybe it is harder. Like Marcus was saying, it's harder to be more involved in the life than dads of the past. So because dads now work full time, people work full time, so they're not home. Times are different. Mothers and fathers both have to work, so they have to take turns watching their kid. Maybe that's a factor. I would say that's my view if I were to compare dads back in the day to compare to now. That's what I would say. What do you think about that? I think that was all right.
It was solid.
I
Yep.
think that was all right. I think that was all right. Definitely, audience, y'all let me know, fix anything. But I think that was all right.
You put, he said dads back in the day, but you said dads back in the past, dads of the past, something like that. But then the next time you said, back in the day. It was all good though. You know, like,
I'm trying to find a kind of more. I feel like back in the days, it felt too slang.
hmm
But this is conversational, so I think it's okay. I don't really know how else to say it than back in the day. I got back in the day, back then, and in the past. I
yeah.
don't really know any other formal way to say it when they're just doing this. I don't think there is a form. I think that is the formal way back then.
Yeah.
Dang,
No, back then it was, yeah.
it feel like it's slang though. It feel like it. But all right, we back. Mr. Thomas.
Thomas. So my experiences. My parents were married for 50 years. My mom and dad both worked, and they, would, one would go to work, one would stay at home. But I think today it's harder to answer the question. Both parents have to go to work, and not only that, but there are many deaf mothers out there.
Okay.
Those.
I let two go, but that third one I'm gonna go back. I let
Please
two
do,
go.
bro.
I'm
Did
gonna
he
go
not
back.
say deaf mothers? Deaf mothers out there?
No, he did not. No, he did not. I let two go. Three things that happened that skewed the message. But one thing is he is another swope. So you got two people with some attitude. He's another swoop, and he don't really got a lot of attitude going, but he definitely is. He's a lot more conversational.
Okay,
Way to try to channel your inner 50-year old if you got one.
okay, okay, okay.
Um, I'm going to give it to you. Just that first one. He didn't say that he. What did you say? My parents been married for 50 years, something like that. That's not what he said.
Okay.
So let's go back. You got this, bro. I know you. Just gotta watch. Let's see. Here we go.
Almost 50 years?
Okay, I was wrong. He did say it.
Okay, okay,
I'm
okay.
sorry. He did say my parents. I thought he said I've been a parent for almost 50 years.
Okay, okay.
That's what I thought he was saying. But maybe yeah.
Okay. My mom and dad both worked. And if they weren't at work, they would stay at home and they would take turns doing that. Um, so I think I have to think about if it's harder back then or now. I think it's harder now. The reason why is, both parents have to go to work. And not only that, there are many deaf mothers out there,
Single mothers.
single mothers. And I've seen, yo, bring me back, bring me back, bring me back,
Yes, sir. Yes,
bring me
sir.
back. Yeah. There are many single mothers out there. They have to work without a father being around. One, and I've seen many fathers who have to work and watch kids. But the main point about having a relationship with the child, and
The main point of having it is a bond, and I can't end it. But he said bond. I forgot how to end it. But he did spell bond. Let's go ahead. Let's do it again.
not only that, many single mothers out there, okay, who have to work without fathers being around. One, and I've seen many fathers who have a bond with kids and they still go to work and they still manage to watch their kids. Okay, but the point is having a bond with the child. And not many parents have a bond with their not many parents have bond with their child that go to work that girl, bring me back, bring me back, bring me back. Come on.
Me and you both missing something, but you got it.
Any single mothers out there, you know, they have to go to work without the father being around. And I've seen many fathers who have to work and manage to watch their kids. But the main point is having a bond with their child. Not many parents have that connection with their own kids because of work and technology. That's my view on it.
That's what he's saying. Okay, I get what he's saying now. You want it. You want it like 80%.
Okay.
You want it like? Do you want it again, or you good?
I want it again. I want to fix it. I want to sound like them. I'm not sounding like them, man. It's not.
Mr. Darren, like, am I seeing grandkids? No, he's not saying grandkids. He spelled child. He spelled childs and then signed children.
Have to work without a father being around. And I've seen many fathers who have to manage to work and watch their kids. But the main point is having a bond with your child. Most parents don't have a bond with their own kids because of work and the technology available.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe he'll go into later as to why he threw in technology. That I think that was throwing me off. I was like, "What technology got to do with this?" But maybe he got his own point. What I seen him say is there are a lot of single mothers out there without their father around. That's one.
Hmm.
So that's what I was saying. Like his personality, because like that's how black people. That's how we talk. Like, all right. So first off, all right. First off, let me. I ain't boo boo the food. So the man said, I'm sure he said single mothers have to work without a father around. That's one. And I've seen fathers who have children who have to work, don't have nobody to watch the kids. So when it comes to bonding, there's not many parents who bond with their own children because of work and technology. I'm not really sure what, we'll see. Go ahead.
Okay, good. Kevin, did you want to share anything on that?
Oof, that's a good question. In today's world, kids today, they are what? The millennials? Oh, such a interesting generation. I need help to understand them better. I'm going to admit it. I graduated college. I was ready to start teaching and helping people grow up. But this new generation of millennials, oof, they keep me on my toes every day. So helping them how to manage things, giving them advice, how to handle different situations that are challenging. They go through the same things I did when I was a kid, but it seems like in today's world, because of how just involved everyone is in social media and such, it's just I've noticed that I don't have the understanding of that. Even Facebook, I don't even want to Facebook, but there's so much Facebook in my house going on. Your kids have it there. Facebook's just there. So, like, how do we compete with that? It's really something to think about. So, us dads, we have to learn how to embrace social media because social media is now a third parent. My wife has it, and we co-parent, yes, but social media now is another co-parent that is added into the mix. So all three of us now are trying to figure out how to get along, which requires me to do some researching. I have to put on parental locks. I have to watch out for different websites. I haven't done the websites just yet, but maybe in the future I have to. Will I be ready for it? I'm not sure. But to compare it to back in the day, I'm not sure if my dad had to deal with that kind of challenge. My dad was born during the Great Depression, so it was limited resources. And in our generation, we were lucky to have just a little bit more resources. But I have to be honest, now I'm completely overwhelmed. Comparing it now, I'm thinking my dad had it lucky during his generation. And to see the grandparents, how they interact when it comes to how millennials are interacting. the grandparents will complain so much because they see kids are on the phone so much today at the dinner tables, and now parents have to negotiate with the children to try to facilitate that. And sometimes it's not funny. Sometimes I wish I can kind of get out of this case, but hey, that's just my 2 cents.
It was good.
Nah, man, that wasn't perfect. Come on, man.
Perfect, but it was. You definitely matched his voice. You talked. I feel like I was talking to Kevin, or yeah, Kevin.
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna
I
take
mean, you. I mean, there may have been like minor errors, but you got the meat and potatoes, as
I
they
got
say
the
down here.
gist.
You know.
I feel like I did get the gist, honestly. I feel like I did. I was almost thrown off by the Great Depression.
Okay.
Almost thrown off by that one because I was like, what? But yeah, I'm not sure what you mean, Darren. You said back. I'm not sure what you're referring to. If you add more context, I can address it. Uh-oh.
Talking on the phone. My mom has that same complaint as well. The kids on their tablets, on their laptops, on their phones. Like, turn it off. My mom wants the kids to pay attention to her, to interact with her, but technology just takes the attention away from her. That one-on-one time is interrupted. And I feel like I have to, force the kids, like, hey, go talk, go mingle with your grandparents. And my own kids, they struggle with, interacting with their grandparents and asking me, what for? Why do I have to do that? And my maybe grandmother, she passed away, and now I'm trying to push my kids to, hey, go talk to your grandmother while she's still here.
Let's do it again.
Yaps, I miss a little bit of.
I don't really think you really miss much.
Okay.
Only thing is, I still want that tone.
Yeah, my voice is out of it, man. Like, I'm just stuck in this. I gotta break out of it, man. I don't know what's.
You got it right here. This is the time to channel that Medea. Only reason why, because he gets into character of the grandmother or whoever to tell the kids to get off the phone and all that.
Right.
So there's some time to use some of that voice acting. Let's hear it.
The phones. Speaking of phones, my mom has that exact same complaint. My kids, you have to tell them to get off the tablet, get off the laptops, get off the phone, turn it off. My kids, won't even pay attention to her. That doggone technology. They may talk for a short second, but it's always back to technology. There's no one-on-one time with their grandparents. It's like I have to force my kids, like, hey, go talk to your grandparents. Go. And my own kids struggle with that. I tell them to go talk to their grandparents, and they're like, "What for? For what?" And my grandmother was gone, and I feel like I'm struggling with my kids. I have to push them to even just go talk to their grandparents. So I feel you there.
Hey, my man crushed that joint. My man crushed that joint.
Oh man,
That felt better.
it felt better.
Come
I
on,
still
tell me
feel like
about
I missed. There's just a couple little short little phrases that I may have missed. Uh,
it. You
it's
was
it's
sitting
one
there talking
part.
about get off that doggone phone. You had the attitude. You had it. Now I felt like I was talking to Thomas. There you go. There you go. You get up in there. And look at Darren. Darren was like, nice.
Okay.
Darren, no. Yeah, that one was good. That one was really good. All right. I don't know who next. It's 19 minutes in. All right, I guess let's switch up people. So I will take I'll just take your set. I'll take your
Hey,
set.
bro, I got like 30 minutes, 30 maybe, yeah, like 30 more minutes. 4:30. 45. Yeah. 30 more minutes.
30 minutes. Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
No problem. I mean, I got 30 more minutes.
All right.
I'm trying to go. But we got to do this. All right, so I'm going to take your set. I'm going to take your people.
Okay.
Dang. This one of your. Shoot. All right. I just wanted to add one last part. When it comes to about do fathers of today have a harder time, yes or no? I think yes, because around the 70s or 80s, the government came into the community and provided welfare for people. And when people were able to get on welfare, they cannot have a father living there. Did you guys know about that? So to get those governmental benefits, some women rather just not be with the father. And what that did was it sets kids up to struggle and fail in life because of the money. But they do not have the father's presence. Gosh. I mean, I got what he said, but it's not clean. I gotta clean that up. What do you think
I
I
have
can
a question. Kids prefer not.
Yeah, he ain't saying breasts.
Yeah, but
No, he said presence.
okay,
Their presence.
not presents. Okay, yeah. Okay. Oof.
You just helped me. You just helped me. You just helped me. I appreciate it. All right. All right. On governmental income, you can't have a man in the house living there. Did you guys know about that? So with a man there, you cannot have governmental benefits. So some women would rather not have the man in the house so they can get the governmental benefits. And that sets kids up to struggle and for failure because of money. All because of money. And kids, they prefer presents, not presents, as in things you can buy. They prefer a person's presence. So
Curse.
there are some family curses that are passed down where people would say, oh, you don't need him. You don't need him. Just go to the child support office. Just go to the government support office. Go ahead, get on Section 8 housing. But you can develop yourself better. It starts in the mind. It starts in the mind and not limiting yourself. But there are some women who who do not want the father in the house at all. Then when it comes to technology, I've seen it in a way where you have to start early when it comes to balancing the time with the kids, the technology time and the one-on-one time. And you have to teach the value of family because as they grow older, right? As they grow older, I missed something. What happens when they get older?
I feel like he switched. He said, "What happens when they get older?" For myself.
Oh, so he might just stop.
Mm-hmm. I believe so, but I could have, missed it as well.
Yeah.
Older.
What you saying, Darren? Play on English words. Darren want more breaking form for me.
I think before we were talking about the presence, not presence. I think that's what he was talking about.
Oh. I think that's what he said. I don't really know, actually. I think that's what he said.
Yeah, it makes sense. Presence.
Goodness. All right, you have to start early with kids, balancing time on technology and balancing their one-on-one time. You have to teach the value of time because when we are older, kids grow up too. When we are older, they will learn the value of time. Parents get older. I remember in my experience, my dad hadn't met me at all. Goodness, goodness gracious! I'm trying. Like, what am I missing?
I don't. I think you just kind of
You think
stop.
I have to stop?
Yeah,
It's
because you got them. I never met my dad at all, and then value
tell
of
the
time
value of time
because
because we are all. Oh, now I got it. Okay, I'm gonna say it. This is what he's saying. You have to teach kids the value of time because we are all growing older, right? Kids that they grow older too, and your parents will grow older. So for me, I never met my dad. I never met my dad at all. His mother, when I was a baby, I believe, when I was a baby, I met her. On my mom's side, I seen my grandmother until 2006 when she passed away. And
I just lost who he was talking about. That's all. Like, not sure who exactly he was talking about. Uh, somebody's somebody dad. They were best friends.
somebody,
I'm who the
somebody like somebody.
yeah.
All right, Darren asked me, KJ, bring your inflection down. So maybe I'm too excited for this guy.
Okay.
All right, I'll work on it. Let's see. He do look chill. So I grew up with my grandmother who died in 2006. My grandfather at the time, I didn't know my grandfather, but I I wanted to be close to him. Son ain't right. Son ain't right. I'm gonna keep going. When I was a kid, books were my first love, and I spent time on playing the game on the phone. I would have about 2 hours, and then after 2 hours, I had to take a pause where I would color, I would read, I would do something together, and then I could ask my parents later if I could play with my iPad or such. But that is what I'm talking about when it comes to a balance. You have to give a balance to kids to give them a foundation to teach them the importance of these things. Family tradition is important. Technology will stay forever. Technology, but humans aren't immaterial. And we have to really preserve the legacy that we want to leave behind and continue that forward.
You making it, bro. You
Um,
you making it.
yeah, I'm making it. I'm making it up. That's what I'm doing.
No. You're not. You're not though. You're not though, because you catching it. You getting it. You getting
Yeah,
it.
that one, I'm gonna have to keep working on. All right, let's keep going. I know I got limited time. It's on you. Go ahead.
I just wanted to add to Marcus's point
And Kevin.
and Kevin, as far as the technology. I have 3 kids.
And they're all adults, 26, 26, and 21.
They love to play the games. The Xbox. You know, I grew up playing the game myself. So, they watched me play. And that's when, they came next to me and started playing. And, that was kind of like our quality time. It was a positive thing for me. But Marcus, like you said, balance. Balance is crucial. I would say that playing the game is fine, but maybe only on the weekends. Maybe, cut it off at night.
You got him. You got him. I'm gonna go back. You got him. You got him. Let's go back to the balance. What did he say? Yeah, positive thing. Yeah, you got this. Go ahead.
Like Marcus said, balance. Yes, balance is very important. I would say that playing the game is fine, but only on the weekends. You can't play at night. Weekends only. And they accept it. They know they have no issue with that. And now they're used to it. My son, he's the youngest. My son, he uses a tablet. He plays some games. He plays games all the time on the tablet, more than my other two kids. And I have to force him, like, hey, get off the game sometimes. Uh, as far as relation to technology, give me back, give me back, give me back, give me back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was gonna bring it back for you. I actually want to bring it back kind of to the beginning because you didn't say it wrong in the beginning,
Mhm.
but there's something he said that's kind of like I think it's important to say.
Okay,
I want you to go back.
all right.
I'll go back to the balance.
Yes, yes, balance is important. The kids, I would tell them, playing the game is fine, but you can only play on the weekends. Not playing the game at night.
I
They
gotta pause it. I gotta pause it. It's so small, but
one more time, one more,
all
one
right,
more,
all right. One more
one more.
time. Don't look at the chat. Don't look at the chat. Just keep
Okay,
looking
okay,
at this.
okay. I would tell them if playing the game is fine, but only on the weekends. They can't play at night. Weekends only.
You just signed it.
At night?
No, right before that. All right, think about it. Remember, that's why I'm saying channel your inner parent. All
Okay.
right, think about it. All right, you Papa Daryl,
Hmm.
and you tell them they can only play on the weekend.
Hmm.
Why can't they play during the week?
I got homework. Schoolwork.
Okay, so what's that night called?
School
Whatever that night's called.
school nights.
There you go. That's
He
and
said school nights. He said it in there.
he said it.
Ah,
He said specifically school nights. That's why I was like, I want you to say it. It's
okay. Yeah.
yeah.
But like Marcus said, balance. Yes, balance is important. I would tell my kids, playing the game's fine, but only on the weekends, and that's it. They can't play on school nights. Weekends only. And they accept that and they know, there's no issue with that. So, they're used to it now. They're fine. But my son, he's the youngest. He's more
He struggles with it a little bit more than the two girls.
he's always on the game more than my other two kids. I have to force him, not to play so much. And the last thing related to technology, my advice for the kids, stay in touch with family. I think another reason is, my kids, my family, they don't really communicate with me like they do my sister and my other family members. I'm deaf.
I want to go back 2 reasons.
Okay.
First, because I want you to let go of that word advice.
Yeah.
I want you to let that go.
All right. All right.
Ain't nobody giving no advice.
All right.
Second thing, incomplete sentence. It was. I don't think he dropped the sentence. I think you just dropped the sentence.
Okay.
So we need to go back. What's some other words we could use for this in any
Uh,
context in the world?
Influence, cancel, my suggestion, my, that's really all I got. What you got?
Really, all you got?
Suggestion, my offer. I don't know. My
Um, it affects how it affects. That is,
how it
I'm only
affects.
saying that because that's exactly what he's saying. So it's kind of
Okay.
cheap,
That
but
affects.
he's exactly saying affects.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, no advice.
Okay. I have to force them. Don't play the game so much. And last thing related to technology and how it affects kids. It affects the socialization. It's important to stay in touch with family. But I think another reason, maybe the kids feel like, understand my family, they don't communicate that much with me. Not as much as they do with my sister or other people in my family. I'm deaf. And they may see that I have influence on them too. They may not even come and visit with us. My dad comes a lot, but other members of my family, not so much. So the kids, they don't really want to visit them. That technology, it's important as long as there's balance. And that's kind of my thoughts on that.
Oh shoot! I want to add this point before I forget. I agree. I agree. Definitely, I agree. We all visit our family often because communication is important. But sometimes it can be hard to get the kids to want to visit the family because the kids don't want to. They will say, "Why do I have to go visit my family? Why do I have to see them?" So it has opposite effect that what we want. I understood what he said, but I felt like it was going to repeat what he just said, so I didn't feel comfortable saying it.
Yeah, he said a lot of nothing, but
Did we visit the family often because communication, or we don't visit often? So it's important to communicate.
we don't visit often.
We
Is what I
don't
can
visit
say.
often.
Yeah.
Okay. So I agree. Yeah, I see it. We don't visit our families too often. That communication piece is important. So when we do visit our family, it can be a struggle to get our kids to come visit with us because our kids will say, "Why do I have to go visit them? Why do I have to visit them?" It's a negative effect, but because we don't go often because we are deaf, hearing family members will go often, so they're more used to it now. Along with what Marcus was saying, as into women don't want the man in the house so they can get the child support. Yes, yes, that is a old thing that's been around for about 50 years now. So I have seen women in my family who say that, but ironically, they will have a man. I mean, you needed a man to have a baby, right? So I'm not sure how they twisted their mind, but you need a man to make a baby. It's not after you get pregnant, then all right, bye bye, thank you, and then let go of the dude. No, because you're hurting the child. Mm, 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 mm. Choked up. Ah, dang.
It got a little dicey at the end.
Yeah, it got a little dicey.
Uh, just picking up with everything he was saying.
Yeah, it got a little dicey, my man. It got a little dicey.
It's
What
like
you,
he said one thing, and then like he was just talking about the effects it has on the kids because of the man's not around. They're hurting the kids more than they're hurting the man. But then he flipped it and just brought it back around full circle, and it was just a lot to take in. Like it's like you understand what he's saying, but it was just so much to take in to voice. Just they just proposed the problem. But I'm sure you get like if you just rewind it, you get it this next time. Like it'll be a little more smooth.
next time for sure. Of course. I think I need to get my reception up so I can hang with my man Thomas here. Thomas giving it to us.
It's been a couple hours, you know.
It's been a little bit, yeah.
A little fatigue. It's all right.
So, all right, peace out to the guy. No, women doing more harm to the child than the man because that problem. I feel like they're saying the child is giving problems. I don't. That one's a little. I can't interpret it. Hold on, let's just watch. Help me out. Help me out. If women cause a problem like that, the man would think, "Why you cause a problem? Why you going to my?" I'm not catching it. Anybody, and everybody. If y'all are catching it, help us out. We'll keep it. You got what? Like let's say 7 minutes. Let's put it uh at 40, and then we'll be done. Let's just keep it moving. We're not gonna stop. Let's keep it going. Damn, I'm Deanna. Okay. All right. Thank you all for your perspectives. Now I'm a woman. I'm a woman. I'm not gonna say nothing. Okay, I'm just holding the platform. All right, but I do agree with you all. Most women do make the problem when it comes to the men visiting the child, and the kid needs both parents. But because the mother do these things that the father can't do, and vice versa, and both of them are important for nurturing that child. So there are some kids who don't have the father in their life, and that impacts them. And having the father in their life can break that curse, can break that cycle of not having the men in the house. And we should want our kids to have the men in the house because we should want them to have better than what we had. Because without the man, it's like you have half an identity. You have your mother, but you don't have your father's side. So all of you guys' remarks are really important and valuable. Thank you for all that. Thank you so much for saying that. And also with technology, look, with technology, it's on all the parents of today's generation. How the kids are today, and us parents, we do have to learn how to manage and balance all of that. And it's our responsibility to be a good example for our kids when it comes to family because we know that when frustrations come, we know that I think she too much. I think she too much. I'm too tired. Something like that. She crushing me. We gotta keep it going though. We gotta set a good example to follow. I know that. Good example. Next question. I'm enjoying this so much because what do you enjoy most about being a deaf father? Take it.
It's me.
Okay, yeah, take it.
Really, my first two kids, I loved them. I really enjoyed, being a father of those first two kids. Honestly, yeah, it was tough. It was hard. I was young. I was in my early 20s. It was rough, but after those last three, I enjoyed so much. I quit my job. I stayed at home with my kids. I never thought about that I would quit my job and stay at home, but I enjoyed it so much. My life changed. Everything was lighter. The load was lifted. I even went back to school, and I've thought about, how much my life changed. Being able to spend time with my kids. I don't want to leave them. Yeah, I just want to be there for them. I'll change their diapers. I'll do anything in the world with those folks too. You know,
We have our arguments, we have our issues. That happens, but I just enjoy it all.
yeah, those last three are my world. But they're my ray of sunshine. Honestly,
Oh. Okay, let's go to Marcus and then Ben. Marcus, that's me, right? Yeah, I think so. Um, for me, being a deaf father, what do I enjoy most? At first I was nervous. I was nervous when I had my daughter Kayleen when she came, the youngest of five. No, I'm the youngest of five. Excuse me. I'm the youngest of five. I became an uncle at 40. No, excuse me. Let's go back. Interpreter error. I became an uncle at 4, and I helped raise the kids when I was an uncle. I tried.
hey, run that
I
back. Run it back.
tried. I tried.
You good, bro?
When he become an uncle, 4 or 40.
Okay.
Who the youngest of five kids? Caitlin. I'm assuming Caitlin. When Caitlin came, I was the youngest of five kids. Okay. I became an uncle when I was 4 or 5 years old. I see that. So I basically raised, well, I helped, but I basically helped raise all of my brothers and sisters' kids. And, that was new to me at that time. But being a father really changed my life because back then I was what? Going to work. I would go out, have some fun, do some clubbing. I would go to different states sometimes. Of course, I would meet different people, but I was just enjoying my life. But when my daughter came, I was excited. I was nervous at the same time, but I wanted to make sure that I gave her a,
Provide.
a better opportunity in pride. I wanted to make sure that when it came to everything I needed, that I had what I needed, so I got a job. Then I got her involved into Head Start, and in there was a father program that had a task force that was had some open positions for a president, a chairperson, a vice president, and I was in that organization for 6 years. That allowed me to go back to my community. Also, Head Start helped me to help my daughter. Head Start helped me with covering tutoring, schooling, and everything. And after that, I started to just grow in the process. I've learned the process of becoming a father. I had an idea, but with the lack of fathers in the community, I wanted to help everyone because I know it's a struggle. I know that our community can do better when our family is together because growing up in my area, everyone, everyone watches after the kids. Doesn't matter if you're blood or not. If someone gets in trouble, someone gets in some type of problems, they would snatch them up, bring them to the parents, and tell them what happened. And the parents will say, "Oh, really? Thank you." But now today, all that will happen is people, you see a problem, people just pull out their phone. That's immediately what happened. People won't jump in to separate, to stop a fight, nothing, because people say, that ain't my kid. That ain't my kid. So I was blessed to be there, and I want to be a father who breaks those stereotypes that we fathers have in the community. Also, I set up for my daughter Caitlin. I set that up because Caitlin's mom didn't have her father in her life at all. So that trauma that the mom had came apparent when Caitlin was 2. It got worse. And the relationship that me and the mom had, it felt like it was getting worse and not understanding what we have and not appreciating what we have and don't have, our history.
Some of the panel here.
It's past our 7 minutes, bro.
Yeah, man. He started to give a full story there.
Yeah, I thought
Like
he was gonna be done like 2 minutes ago.
yeah, he had me at SSI. He said he couldn't depend on SSI no more, and he got a job. And I was like, oh, he started giving the full rundown.
Mm,
Okay, okay.
mm. And look, Darren over here typing. He said history repeats itself.
Uh, yeah,
Yeah, you know what? Hey, y'all get to see it though. Y'all see how people are. I mean, this is practice. This is our work. This is good though. This was
yeah.
good. We could definitely keep going. We actually went halfway through. Give it up to us. Hey, Mr. Darrell, I appreciate you coming through. Before you peace out, tell me, how was today?
It was good, man. I definitely feel like it helped a lot. Just working on my speaking. Um, saying, hey, not every time it's gonna be sunshine and rainbows.
There you go.
Sometimes you may be a struggle, but what's important is you keep going. You don't let it stick. You keep going. So I appreciate you, man. Appreciate your time. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I appreciate you. And we making this right here when like we messing up when it don't matter. So we getting all our mistakes out preemptively, so we can go up in there and interpret the best we can.
That's
Right before you go, Darren said, "Brother KJ and Brother Daryl, I appreciate this more than you know." With the fist,
Hey,
I
let's go.
appreciate you, Brother Darren.
Yes,
I
sir. Thank
appreciate
you,
you.
sir.
And everybody, y'all have a good rest of your Sunday. I know the Bears, they did play. They still playing?
Yeah, they playing.
They playing. Oh, it's not going well. It's not going well.
24-0, man.
Ooh, it's not going well.
All
It's not going well for the Bears.
right.
All right. Well, I'll give y'all a whole bunch of moment of silence. So silent, you won't hear me again. I'm going to go ahead and close this off. And appreciate you, Daryl. We'll definitely be talking throughout the week.
Yes, sir. Peace.
All right. Be safe, brother, man.
Yes, sir.
All right. And I appreciate all of y'all for sticking through this. That was kind of rough. If y'all know any of these people, I would love to talk to them, especially when it comes to this deaf fatherhood experience. I think that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool to interpret, to watch, and learn from. So thank y'all for coming. See y'all in the next one. Make sure y'all follow the YouTube, the ASL Interpreters Lab. Follow the YouTube. If y'all got any suggestions or things you want me to talk about, revisit, do all that stuff. Make sure you DM me, email me, let me know in the comments. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.